So, good day to you, to all of you. And don't we all know how difficult it can be, how quote unquote unfair it can be when you do something really, really well and valuably? I repeat that. Don't we all know how difficult it can be when you do something really, really well, really valuably? It's really not the same as what one gets from the others who do that thing too. And here's the problem. There is a rainforest full of those others. So what happens? You're lost in the forest of trees. How on earth does your beneficiary, your target market, your whatever, come to know that they need to go to that particular tree? You can be a prickly problem, right? I'll tell you what this is about. I thought that as someone faced with that problem himself, it would be fair of me to acknowledge, kind of publicly acknowledge, another such tree, in whom I happen to have discovered something of a differentiator in quality. So that forest today is NLP, and that tree is Sanjay Goel. And I'm going to show you that I'm not talking through my hat. I don't do that. I'm going to show you by giving you a concrete example. By the way, we live in times not only of um, this cheapening of the image of NLP by that forest load of inexpert, shallow teachers, but we also live in times of webinar tsunami, right? So, right from Unlock One in India up to today, I'm recording this. Let me look at the date on my laptop. 23rd of February, 2021. I might have attended, I don't even know, some 7 to a dozen 1 hour introductory NLP webinars. And here's what happened differently on Sanjay's. Now, hold on a quick second and tell me how many times you have learned from wherever that eye movement pattern thing in NLP. And I'll expose my eyes here. You get a cut when you're a spectacle wearer. So you've been told everywhere that if your eyes move to the top right or top left or bottom right or bottom left, spontaneously when you say something, it's supposed to mean something. One direction is supposed to mean that you're remembering, one is supposed to mean that you're constructing, and so on. Everybody has taught you that, right? If you know NLP. The problem is it's not entirely correct. I'm one of those unusual people to whom it doesn't apply. It's not correct when you're looking at me. My patterns are different. What Sanjay did on his webinar was he asked me a dozen ordinary questions which forced me to think about my past, about your childhood and so on, your name. Um, and then a dozen questions, a half dozen questions, or whatever, that forced me to project my mind to the future. It gave him and his webinar audience a chance to observe me in my video and find out my default eye patterns for construction and memory. And then he asked me a question, and people were able to detect whether I was honest or making it up. So you see, the tree is different. I've given you something concrete. I do not gain anything from this. Sanjay is not even so far a personal friend, but I found a difference. I found another such tree, like myself. So, as I was about to begin this recording, I finished reading some disturbing reports about a second wave of COVID. My friends, do take care of yourself. All the best. Stay safe. And good night. Good night.